On the 28th of March 2020, my gorgeous Leonis, things are most certainly going to take such an interesting turn indeed. The 28th of March 2020 is going to be a rather significant day when it comes to you. Most certainly it's going to start with the actual message that you're going to get. The message that you're going to get is going to be quite important because it's going to reflect on the past 7 months. On the past 7 months, what you have been doing, what you have been focusing on, and what you wanted to achieve, but most certainly what was blocking you and what was preventing you to move on. You have most certainly come to the certain terms and realizations that the things are going to slowly start changing, in particular when it comes to your personal life, when it comes to your life in general, but also when it comes to your success. When I say that the things are going to start changing when it comes to your success, it's going to be really good indeed, and this is going to provide you with a wonderful and very important stepping point at the same time. This is such an important, beautiful spiritual bridge that you're going to cross over on this particular day, which is going to be on the 28th of March 2020. It is going to provide you with a whole new option. It is going to provide you with a whole new opportunity. It's important to say because also this is going to be rather important time for negotiation or any type of investment that you would have or that you would want to have or that you would like to have from the actual 28th of March until the end of that month. I know it's not ages, but this is an important time for negotiations, an important time to start new things, an important time to test the water, an important time to be as adventurous as you can, but in particular when it comes to the next stage of your life, when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to like throwing yourselves in the water and in all sorts of situations that it's actually kind of making you a little bit nervous because there are lots of things that are unknown inside that area, inside that dimension. So don't let that put you down, my gorgeous Leonis. Don't let that to kind of prevent you from moving forward indeed, because this March is going to be absolutely remarkable moment in time because it is not only about the actual good news, it is not only about realization, but it's finally you are going to do something very significant when it comes to putting your foot down. And also when it comes to the certain realization, this is also going to be an absolutely remarkable starting point when it comes to the changes. 8 months later, something very important is going to happen to you. 8 months later, exactly, there is going to be a very successful stage that you're going to start, that you will be going through. And most certainly, this is the little spiritual seed that you are going to plant in March. And this is why this is all going to be so connected. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So November 2020 is going to be most certainly one of the most important months that you had in your life, but it is pretty much so going to be connected with everything what's actually going on in March. This is a very important moment in time because the 28th of March is also going to basically be an important, absolutely mind-blowing time. Listen to me, Leonis, my gorgeous babies. The 28th of March, it's going to be mind-blowing time when it comes to your personal success, when it comes to your personal promotion, when it comes to your personal development, when it comes to your personal improvement, okay? And also an absolutely mind-blowing moment in time when it comes to the outcome of the past effort, okay? The outcome of the past effort. Now this is going to go on the whole next stage, on the whole new journey, and it is most certainly going to become an important and rather vibrant moment in time for you, and it's going to lead to your own personal rebirth. This is going to affect you in such a way where you're going to have a rather beautiful boost of confidence, a beautiful boost of energy, beautiful boost of your own inner power, which is going to enhance you in every possible way when it comes to your own confidence. It's absolutely perfect, and the energy that you're going to have, it's going to be super, super, super magnetic indeed. I really want to say that this is actually going to provide you with a whole new perspective. Do you see here? The whole new perspective that you are going to have on this day. It's so good because it's going to make you strong where you need to be strong. It's going to make you brave where you need to be brave. It's going to make you feel powerful where you need to be powerful. Do you know why I say this? Because it's all going to boil down to one thing, my gorgeous Leonis. You are going to make an important decision that you were a little bit afraid of, because it's to do with the changes, it's to do with a new stage, it's to do with a new dimension, it's to do with new life, but most certainly it's to do with your emotions, okay, with your feelings. So there are lots of things that are going to become part of this complex situation. But looking at your life from a slightly different angle, this is not only going to provide a completely different picture, but it's about the promise that you're going to have at the same time, because the balance is going to be different, okay? Time to embrace, you know, the part of your life that was slowing you down. Time to embrace what's making you feel unhappy. Time to embrace what's making you feel sad, because the energy is going to be absolutely perfect and you are going to reach the highest levels of illumination. It is not only going to be on the 28th of March, my gorgeous Leonis, but it's going to be throughout the actual March. This is going to be highly illuminated moment in time, and suddenly you are going to find a really beautiful and wonderful boost of energy from the beginning of the March, which is going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways. The energy of March works really, really beautiful and really well for you, my gorgeous Leonis, and it is going to most certainly influence you. It's going to be very inspirational in many different ways indeed. I like it because this is also going to bring a wonderful resolution of the problem, and this is just going to reflect on so many things in your life, and you will see how connected things are, and most certainly what an amazing impact on your life you can actually have, and you will have. And it happens with the energy, and the balance of the energy is just right, and this is exactly what's going to happen to you, my gorgeous Leonis, this March. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leonis, for you, my gorgeous Leos, and it's for March 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Leonis, and it's for March 2020. My lord, you have got number 14, 1-4. Okay, you are going to have a very beautiful and powerful reason to be happy about. You're going to have a good reason to be excited about. You're going to have a good reason to be about in the best possible way, because it's down to you feeling great, it's down to you feeling rejuvenated, and it's down to you feeling very successful, because it's just you're reaching an amazing point of your own achievement. This is very important because on another hand, you know, this is going to be a perfect moment in time to actually make a certain adjustment. The particular adjustment that you are going to have, it's going to be pretty much so connected with your life, with your quality of life, with your feelings, and with your professional lives. It's going to affect your security and power at the same time, but in the best possible way indeed. This is going to be a highly successful month when it comes to you, my gorgeous Leonis, and also the certain materialistic trouble, you know, and the certain loss that you had in the past. It's to do with a certain era, you know. It is just going to slowly start coming to an end, you know. There will be the moment when you're going to need to kind of plan things as well. Right at the beginning of this month, you know, number 14 also means that you're setting yourself on a really important new journey. Things are going to start getting really serious for you, my gorgeous Leonis, but in the best possible way, because it is going to require from you, I repeat again, it is going to require from you to dig a little bit deeper around you and see what, you know, you need to improve on. But this is just so important. I can't stress enough. Look at me, my gorgeous Leonis. Look, it's to do. Oh, listen, Linda, listen, Linda. Linda, listen, Linda. No, but it's just really important because it's to do with your emotions. And emotions are a very important part of you, part of your energy, part of your spirit. And they are you, they are your balance, they are what you think, what you feel. And if you feel unhappy, and if you're not happy within yourself, with any aspect of your life, this is going to reflect on you in one way or another, at some point or another. You know, it is just so important because emotionally you will start feeling that this is the time then when you're gonna make like a really big contribution to yourself in order to kind of start doing things and start preparing things for yourself, start changing things for yourself. You are most certainly ready to make a really big step of your life, my gorgeous Leonis. You're most certainly ready. You have been waiting for this moment for a long time. This is going to refresh you and it's going to make you feel really brave. And that on another hand, it's going to be absolutely wonderful because it's just going to help you to be yourself. It's going to help you to live your life. It's going to help you to be happy. It's going to help you to feel excited. This is a highly important time when it comes to your instinct. Please follow your guts. There are going to be changes you will be making and it's to do not only, as I said, with your success, but it's to do with your finance. It's to do with your finances in general, but it's to do with your, like your emotions, things that are very private to you. There are going to be the certain changes. You are going to have a certain crossroad this month as well when it comes to your own emotions. And it's brilliant because there is no way that you will go any other way. Whichever way you go on this crossroads, you're going to do the right thing. And it's actually going to bring you hope, faith, and inspiration. And that particular inspiration is just also going to reflect on you in such a beautiful way. And it's going to bring you happiness and optimism that you didn't feel, that you didn't have in a long time. And now that's the moment, bam, bam, bam. A lovely flip-flop moment indeed, because it's a flip-flop moment because you don't know how you're going to be flipped until that happens. Energetic flip, energetic spiritual slap that you're going to have. It's going to also bring the balance that you didn't have in a long time, and that balance is going to refresh your memory and it's going to refresh you and remind you of the certain emotions, feelings, happiness. The direct path towards the happiness shall be revealed, my gorgeous Leonis. It is your time, it is your moment, it is your time of your own promise. Through your own creativity you will reach the highest levels of your own power, but most certainly, as I said, you are stepping into an important stage of your own rebirth. This is becoming also like one of the biggest wake-up calls you had in a really long time, almost as if you're going to be like doing things so beautifully and so wonderfully and so automatically throughout this month. But this is just so important because you are going to be guided by your spirit guides, by your guardian angels. You are going to be doing things that are going to be surprising yourself. At the same time, it is all coming through the certain channels of your own existence, which is just going to refresh your memory, and it's going to refresh your power, and it's going to motivate you, and it's going to bring you so much bravery and confidence and self-esteem in those situations that you come across about. And most certainly you are. There is a very big victory that you are going to have towards the end of this month, my gorgeous Leonis, and it's so much so to do with the actual bright prospect that you are going to have. And it's so much so bright prospect, new stage, new option, my babies. It's gonna be pretty much so obvious before the end of the month, but it's so much so to do with something you wanted to do in such a long time, and something that you were doing like in your past, and you were quite good at it, and it's just kind of you left your part of yourself over there, so it needs to come back in the form of like a little puzzle, and that puzzle is going to return as well from the past, and it's going to be perfect because you're going to kind of rejoin with yourself at the same time. But that is just something that is missing, which is also going to bring you an insight and also confirmation that it's just going to be a really important stage coming up, but it's going to require from you to make like a certain changes, quite necessary changes when it comes to you and your environment around you. On another hand, this is an amazing moment in time when it comes to the optimism, an amazing moment in time when it comes to satisfaction, pleasure, and happiness. And this is perfect, absolutely perfect, because at the same time it's going to bring you this beautiful and quite healing, wonderful energy, you know. So if you felt like long ailments that you didn't see any improvements in a long time, most certainly this month is going to be rather good indeed. On another hand, you know, it's about satisfaction this month. It's about accomplishment, big accomplishment, my babies, big accomplishment. But also on another hand, it's just so much to do with the love, so much to do with the joy, so much to do with the devotion, so much to do with the happiness. You know, the relationships in your life are going to be very important in March, and one particular person shall make a return. And I'm not talking about a love, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. I'm just talking about an important person in your life who was like out of your life for a while shall actually make a return into your life this month. It will be very important because later on that person is going to play quite an important role in your development. Not that you need this person completely, but it looks like they will be helping you out with something later on. When it comes to that, some kind of process, this person is going to be playing an important role. So this is all part of you. This is all part of your own personal vibrancy. What I'll sorry, boo. sorry. What I was going to suggest to you, my gorgeous Leonis, look at this. Gorgeous, powerful, strong, absolutely ever so significant Moldavite. One of the most powerful crystals in the world, for sure. This crystal can protect you against all sorts of things, but it's so powerful when it comes to communication, so powerful when it comes to our personal balance, so powerful when it comes to like a spiritual growth. It's a very important to guide you in the right direction as well. Very important when you are going through so many changes. You are also having a rather spiritual time, so subconsciously and spiritually you are draining your energy slightly further, slightly more. That can sometimes make you feel just a little bit vulnerable. You know, it's like a bit of a yin-yang moment. On one hand you're very intuitive, on another hand you're quite open to the spirituality and the spiritual more than normally you are, so that can therefore make you a bit more vulnerable to yourself and to your spirituality and to your energy. But most importantly is to do for you this month, and even April, it's also going to be important for you to wear this every time when you want to be guided to the right path, every time when you want a little bit of luck, every time when you want a little bit of direction, every time when you want to make the right decision, every time when you want to negotiate or you want to achieve something. You know, this is a very good for prosperity as well at the same time. I highly suggest you to get this. This comes with the sterling silver setting, like a sterling silver wire around, and the sterling silver chain. And the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Leonis, you are also, of course, supporting my channel as well. But it's something I highly recommend you to wear anyway throughout throughout March and throughout April as well. On another hand, you know what? You are actually going to see an omen also. At some point this month, you are going to see an omen. And when you see an omen at the same time, you will know that this is going to be an absolutely remarkable moment in time when it comes to combination of material and spiritual prosperity. You are going to see the bird that is going to be rather unusual. You are going to see the bird that is just going to like kind of require from you to pay attention for like a second or two. Something is going to be quite unusual. Again, this bird is going to come at the right time. This bird is going to happen and manifest at the right time. When you see the bird, you will know, my babies, that also what you have been thinking, that you have been thinking the right way. You know, it's going to be the confirmation about making a really big change in your life. That bird is going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, and it's going to be confirmation that you should just go for it, because it's leading towards the success. It's leading towards freedom. It's leading towards the free spirit. This is exactly what you need, because you are going to expand yourself. You're going to be successful, and you're on a very important path where you're going to rediscover yourself, your happiness, your emotions, and everything is just going to be absolutely start flowing towards the right direction. Karmically, you're reaching an important stage, and when you see this little bird as well at the same time, apart from that, you will know that a very big opportunity is coming. A very, very big and important opportunity is coming, which is going to be connected with a certain challenge, but at the same time, you'll be absolutely fine, and you're going to do completely great, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Leonis, I'm basically going to just tell you what is going to your health be like. It's just such a classic with you when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Leonis. It seems to be like your skeleton, as like usual, it has been for a while like that. Your skeleton rather sensitive, your bones rather sensitive, your muscles rather sensitive. Calcium, magnesium, and zinc. I will tell you why zinc. Calcium, magnesium, and zinc, and vitamin D. Okay, calcium and magnesium and vitamin vitamin D are going to be here for your bones, and they're going to be very good for your muscles as well. So if you get the natural supplements without any horrible ingredients, without any nasty anti-caking agents or any chemicals, blah blah blah, it needs to be natural. Please, 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 I'm completely for all natural. It needs to be natural. Zinc I need you to get because you're going to be prone to cold and flu. Zinc is absolutely fantastic to boost your immune system, but also organic acerola cherry powder. This month I would require you to take organic acerola cherry powder, 1 glass of water, 1 teaspoon, mix it up the first thing in the morning, my babies, and then the last thing at night. So you get a twice nice amount of vitamin C through the actual organic acerola cherry powder, which is going to boost your immune system, and it's going to be brilliant for cold and flu. And alongside with the actual zinc, it's going to be fantastic and very, very good for you indeed. Also, make sure that you're using natural deodorant without aluminium, because you're going to be sensitive to aluminium inside your mouth. Is still going to be sensitive a little bit to your gums, and this is what organic acerola cherry powder is going to do as well. It's going to help you with the gum healing, but also remember to use organic natural toothpaste, tea tree and aloe vera perhaps, and maybe like a mouthwash, tea tree and aloe vera, without fluoride, because the fluoride is really bad for you. Okay, so if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Leonis, or not. Okay, so now I'm going on the very first date that it's going to be very important, my gorgeous Leonis. It's going to be on the 2nd of March. Now, the 2nd of March is going to bring you the situation you will need to kind of like not react or not overreact almost immediately, even if it looks like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No, baby, no. You go back, you remove yourself from the situation. Just remember what I told you. On the 2nd of March, you will come across the certain situation that is going to be like a little bit of a tricky, bitty, which means that it's just going to kind of trick you in the situation that you need to do something quicker than you actually need. So you just remember, chill out a little bit, take away from the situation, take yourself away from the situation, and that is going to provide you with an opportunity to refresh yourself in a slightly different dimension. By the time you go back into it, your judgment is going to be, and response is going to be completely different. Very important. And at the same time, my Leonis, oh my Lord, at the same time there is a little hidden enemy that is going to become a little bit obvious to you, a little hidden enemy, you know, and that hidden enemy is just going to be so brilliant because it's going to make you realize about certain satisfied desires and the certain struggles that you're going to realize through this enemy. So it's absolutely brilliant because at the same time you're going to get an important news, so you will be able to kind of see the picture in your mind from a completely different angle. And this is going to be so important because it is just going to be also become the part of the actual your own personal progress, because that in itself is going to kind of make you it's going to kind of change your way of thinking a little bit, and this is going to be everything. It's going to be brilliant because it's going to help you to reflect on your situation slightly differently, and that it's going to bring you an advancement in itself, and most certainly you will kind of want to change things a little bit here, and you're going to feel very strongly by the end of the day on the 2nd of March. You're going to feel very strongly here and very like optimistic about a certain input and impact on your life that you're going to make. It's about a certain bravery that you're going to get at the same time, which is going to come through your own self-esteem, through all this realization that I already said. It's a very important step into the unknown, but you're going to like this. Before you'll be like, oh no, but now you're just going to be like, ooh la la, because you see it's a bit of a yin-yang situation again. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. See by the end of the 2nd of March what you feel connected to. Before you go to sleep, see what's on your mind. See what's on your mind. It's important part of the progress. Okay. The second, okay, another thing, sorry. This is something that I would like to highly suggest you. Look at this Labradorite palmstone, absolutely gorgeous Labradorite palmstone. It's brilliant and it's important when it comes to dreaming. It's important when it comes to our transformation. It's important when it comes to change. It balances and protects your aura. It raises consciousness and it helps you to connect to your spirituality, and it helps you to understand yourself a bit further and better. This beautiful Labradorite palmstone I highly suggest you to have throughout March and April around you, and also in particular when you want to connect to your dreams, when you want to understand your dreams, when you want to connect to your spirit guides, to your guardian angels and things like that. It's rather important crystal when it comes to transformation, change, and that particular balance. Okay, if you would like to buy this beautiful Labradorite, the link is in the description below, and by buying things from my channel, of course you're supporting my channel as well. Okay, the second important date, my gorgeous Leonis, is going to be on the 15th of March. Now on the 15th of March you're going to make an important decision indeed. It's good because it's to do with your feelings, it's to do with your emotions, and you're gonna feel so good here because of that as well, because this is the part of your natural progress. This is the part of your natural process, and it's something that was holding you down and preventing you to move on and preventing you to be yourself, and you weren't yourself anymore. So this is why this is so important. You're going to make an important, mature decision. You're going to feel so good indeed. On another hand, 15th of March, it's also going to bring you an absolutely remarkable moment in time when it comes to your own success, and you will have a very important news which is going to let you know about your own gain, and an obstacle, my lord, immediately an obstacle and challenge, it's also going to come to an end. It's absolutely brilliant because you're going to find yourself in a better way, and you will realize that you've got more resources than you need in order to move on with your life. This is all about your advantage, victory, and very successful negotiation. It's going to take place. If you don't have any negotiations, and if you need to have a negotiation, if you can have it on any other day, I highly suggest you to have a negotiation on this particular day, because the vibrancy and energy is going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. On another hand, you see, there is going to be a very strong feeling also about self-denial here. This is going to be the key date, like what a lot about the self-denial as well, and something is going to become very obvious to you. Something is going to become strongly obvious to you in many different ways, and it's so important to say this because the moment of your self-illumination is going to be very strong here and very powerful, and you are going to reach an absolutely ridiculously powerful moment of your own psychic feeling, of your own intuition on this particular day. So this is nothing unusual that you're going to have so much self-illuminated around you. It's mind-blowing, it's crazy, it's unbelievable, but it's also brilliant at the same time because it is about self-denial. And if I only go back like about up 2 or 3 months, you would be like, absolutely no, baby, no. But now at this moment in time, ooh la la, looking at your life from a completely different picture. But this is brilliant. You deserve this, my gorgeous Leonis. You deserve to be happy, you deserve to be excited, and you deserve to enjoy your life. This month, this day actually, is going to bring you the beginning. This self-denial is going to be so important because it's going to make you to dig a little bit deeper around you, within you, and that is going to make you realize the beginning of an adventure. There is a wonderful enthusiasm that you are going to have because this is coming to the actual initiative, new opportunity with unlimited possibilities. But most importantly, it is going to reflect on your life. It's going to help reflect on your happiness. It's going to reflect on your optimism. It's absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Very important feeling of connection. It's going to return. The third important date, my gorgeous Leonis, it's going to be, of course, the 31st of March. 31st of March is also like a beautiful, amazing spiritual door that you are about to walk through. It's about a fantastic perfection, recognition, and the greatest honor that you are going to feel here. This is going to be the peak of your activity. This is going to be the peak of your success before an absolutely remarkable, mind-blowing unfoldment takes place. Absolutely beautiful lotus flower is going to take place after that moment in time. time. But first of all, the actual you're gonna have a very important message, you know, and this is to do with the great honor that you're going to feel, fulfillment, and it's absolutely remarkable because you will know the certain capability of you will be taking on the whole next stage and the whole next journey. This is about your capability. This is about a certain part of you. This is what you should be doing. This is the path that you should be walking on. This is the time that where you will know, you will be aware of the fact what is about to bring a success into your life. What you should be doing shall be revealed on the 31st of March 2020, but it's gonna be mind-blowing as well because it's just a massive, beautiful, ooh la la, reward from the hard work, success and admiration from others. But the bottom line, my gorgeous Leonis, is this is going to lead towards the ultimate change. Why? You will see exactly what I mean. It's going to bring you the prosperity, it's going to bring you security, it's going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing safety when it comes to the planning for the future. Immediately there is a moment in time where you're going to see that there is the discontinuance of effort also going to come to an end. A little bit of disappointment, but it's to do with the previous plan. It's to do with the previous plan that didn't work out and it's just ended up dragging, and you just ended up dragging with it. You know, it's just when karmically something comes to an end, you've learned your what you needed to learn. You know, you've learned, so now you're just about to move on from that situation. And as soon as you realize that's better, because the success is coming, as soon as you abandon this before, it's going to be much better. The bottom line is the 31st of March is going to bring you an invitation that is going to be absolutely remarkable. It's very important when it comes to the certain arrival. It's very important when it comes to the certain approach. It's very important when it comes to the actual advancement of your life. Very attractive stage. It's about to unfold in front of you. It's going to it's going to be certain requests connected to it that you're going to find challenging, but that doesn't matter because this, my babies, is going to lead towards the great success, material attainment, and most certainly advantage. This is going to reflect on you so beautifully that even your health is actually going to start being beneficial. This is going to be beneficial even for your health here. Absolutely amazing. And it's to do with a victory and a certain difficulty. It's also going to come to an end through this particular stage. Oh my Lord, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. There's a little surprise going to be for you there as well, but it's to do with an advantage indeed, you know, advanced level of your life, taking your life in a whole different direction, enjoying yourself and rediscovering yourself again. It's fantastic, Leonis, indeed. Going on the very first part of March. Okay, going on the very first part of March, I highly suggest you to do this. Look at this, my babies. Bam para para bam 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 para para bam 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 dun da 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 Bam, para, para, bam, bam, bam. This is what you need, my babies. This is the energy that you're going to have. This is when the highly vibrational stage is finally going to start. And it's very difficult to explain how vibrational you're going to feel until you get to this particular stage. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be good. Highly intuitive, highly psychic time throughout March. So that's why you're going to be vulnerable to those energies, because you're going to be open just that little bit more, which is brilliant. But, you know, to passing by spirit and all the other elements and energies, you know, you will be able to pick up all sorts of informations from, and that can be draining your energies a little bit. It's so important to do this. Look at this smudge stick. Look at the size of it. It's huge. It's gonna last you forever. Okay, but get it like a dry sage stick and just try to smudge your home. You know, the March is going to be absolutely brilliant to do this, because it's going to help you to cleanse your home against all sorts of negative energies, all sorts of negative entities, but it's also going to clean you at the same time. Okay, and you may feel a little bit drained. You know, you go into every single room in the house, you make sure you smoke it nicely, you make sure you've got a little sauce underneath, because it's very messy once it's smoking. But it's very important to actually kind of like go into every single room in the house, and then if you feel a little bit drained 2 or 3 days later, then that's absolutely fine. It's brilliant, because that means that you have a certain amount of negative energies accumulated within you, and this cleanses us and the house and environment around us. This is a dry sage. It's been used for many, many years, and I find it so beautiful smell, but I find it very effective. My Lord, I find it very effective. If you would like to buy a dry sage stick, okay, then you can just basically look in the description, and you will find this in the description as well. But the first part of March, my gorgeous Leonis, is going to bring you an absolute hope. It's just going to be good, optimistic, and very rejuvenating moment in time. It's suddenly you're going to feel like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to try this, I want to try that. But well, that, my babies, it's also going to be part of your mind, because subconsciously you will be feeling like all sorts of beautiful waters coming towards you to refresh you, to wash you, to bath you in a beautiful spiritual energy, which is going to optimistically make you aware of the certain things subconsciously. So therefore you're already going to start feeling like, ooh la la, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's going to be the return of the energy, my gorgeous Leonis. It's brilliant, because that is going to bring you a bright prospect with unlimited opportunities, possibilities, and most certainly it is all about a financial opportunity. Absolutely fantastic, mind-blowing financial opportunity, which is going to be completely confirmed to you, something very important. And you just need to remember to stay committed to the task at hand. It's all about the moderation, my babies. But also it's very important to say that this is going to be an absolutely remarkable moment in time, because you're going to make a certain adjustment is going to be needed, but also at the same time you're going to be influenced by the right person. You're going to be influenced indeed. Also, this is going to be such a good moment in time, because it's going to reflect on the situation in the last 9 months that was making you very powerless. Now, my babies, this is going to be the greatest moment of liberation. Watch this space, Leonis, watch this space. On another hand, there is another inheritance I see. So you're going to hear about certain inheritance, positive news. Or if you haven't got anybody to leave you inheritance, then you will hear about a certain amount of money that shall be traveling towards you, and other people are going to be part of it as well. And that is going to put a big smile on your face, my gorgeous Leonis, anyway. So now, and it's also going to be a very indecisive situation that you're going to be part of. Something to do with your family, something to do with your change, and something to do with you reaching an important stage in order to make a certain impact, influence when it comes to making a big change, adjustment when it comes to your home. By the time you get to the mid part of March, this is going to take into effect the actual big change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment. You will want to change things. You will want to kind of make things refreshed around you. You will want to kind of change old things and bring the new things. It's wonderful, because it's going to be brilliant. It's going to boost your energy levels in many different ways. As much as you change throughout March, the more better impact the actual energy is going to have on you. Okay, so on another hand, what else I was going to say, mid-March is going to bring a little conflict with some naughty person here, some terrible person, and I don't like this person, I'm sorry. Somebody who's very bad and very negative and very dark, not in an appearance, but the actual energy is just so dark and it's in control. There is a lot wrong with this person, and that person, there may be a little bit of a conflict in between you and that person at around mid-March, but this is nothing what you're not aware of. This is nothing that is going to completely surprise you, but maybe just things are going to take slightly different turn, and then it's going to require a certain response from you. All I want to say is just try to rise above the situation. Try not to go low down that vibration or anything like that, because it's going to be quite good if you can avoid any kind of argument or anything like that. But now, since you know that there will be a little conflict in between you and somebody, it's just basically try to kind of pay attention and just rise above the situation. The bottom line is it's going to be a little bit disagreement, but this is going to be so good, because this disagreement is going to be also an amazing ultimate wake-up call that you're going to have at the same time, my gorgeous Leonis. And that wake-up call is just going to remind you, do not avoid to not avoid certain responsibility. There is a certain responsibility that is going to come up, and it's going to require attention from you. So it's important, because that responsibility is going to be everything. That responsibility, it's also going to be the new beginning, new starting point, new stage, which is just going to boost your radiance at the same time. It's going to boost your strength and power at the same time. And there is also going to be an ancient healing wisdom, very much so, quite strong here. So you are going to be making an important decision here through this, and this is a lot to do with the actual future planning. So through this negative situation, again, you know, you wouldn't actually be pointed kind of towards this particular direction. You are going to make an important an important decision when it comes to your future planning through this. And this is so good, because it's going to help you to make a necessary adjustment and to move on from the situation and from people in your life who are actually being very toxic and they're draining your energy. So by the time you get to the last part of March, this is all going to be a lot about you moving away from yourself, from the situation and from the people that are draining your energy and that are becoming rather toxic in your life. It's brilliant, because you're going to feel very creative, and you're going to feel lots of beautiful energy around you, which is also going to kind of like make you even more optimistic and become rather important stage for you, you know, when it comes to your own rebirth. And it's just so important, because I can see that the last part of March, it's going to be quite nostalgic. You know, you're going to feel very strong connection with your childhood, you know, very strong connection with your past. So therefore, it's also karmically, it's going to be mind-blowing moment in time, and it happens before you enter a really important stage. Karmically, you always have a little test, you know, you're always tested, you're always challenged a little bit, and this is going to happen to you at the end of March in such a way where you are going to be given the opportunity to, when somebody returns into your mind, somebody that you're angry about, just release. Try to just let it go. Try to not hold any anger. Try to forgive and forget. Please, it's so important. Anybody who comes into your mind like some kind of conflict shall return, but energetically in your mind, the conflict will return, which means that you will be thinking about the time you were argued with someone, or you just went down the bad road with someone, but you like that person, you don't hate them necessarily, but it's just so important to release this negativity, because you will release yourself as well. Karmically, this is going to be incredible, and it's going to provide you with an opportunity that happens before you enter a big stage, so you can actually this can have an amazing impact on your spirituality. Anybody who returns in your life, like in your mind, in your thinking, maybe even it could be even physically, like at the end of March, just try to forgive and forget. This is going to be a way for healing, and it is at the same time going to bring you an amazing opportunity, and it's going to provide you with a wonderful unfoldment of events after that, which is also going to make you feel really good, because there is something very important that you're going to gather out of that situation, like almost immediately. The time of your transformation, which is also going to raise your consciousness so much, because you're going to ground yourself very beautifully, and at the same time this is going to make you feel so good about yourself, and it's going to raise your determination. Something very important is going to take place at the end of March. One of the most important things are going to be you taking care of yourself, you thinking about your life, you thinking about improving your life, but it's so important about your skill, about what you want to do, what makes you happy, and taking it on the whole next level. Just remember, something important, very important, is going to be revealed to you at the same time. So by the time you get to the last part of March, this is going to create a completely different picture with a completely different focus, and that in itself is just going to bring you to harmony where it wasn't. It's going to provide you with a conclusion to a very, very long problem, and it's just going to release you so much. It's so important because it's about the determination, about you completely, basically just following your inspiration and potential, but it's just about you and your skill, which is about to change your life literally. You need to listen to to yourself. Something very important is going to come from within, but most certainly is the opportunity at the end of March that is literally going to change your life. Absolutely mind-blowing moment in time indeed, okay? And now, my gorgeous Leonis, sorry, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually single. No, I'm going to connect to those of you that are in relationship. You know, those of you that are in relationship, you're going to have a problem to sort out. You see the High Priestess here? You're going to have a problem to sort out. For those of you that are in relationship, very, very significant stage, because it is going to come up some kind of problem, you know, and that problem is going to be very important for you to deal with then and there, to deal with immediately, because it's very important to kind of listen to both sides. Something karmically, certain problem that arose in the last 5 months in between you and your partner, you didn't kind of sort it out, and you were meant to kind of sort it out by you may be talking about it, or by basically, this is important, because if you don't, then it's just going to end up as a baggage, and it's going to reflect negatively on both of you. So it's very important to just remember that any problem that arises within you, like you and your partner, you know, this month it's very important to actually try to deal with it then and there, because if you don't, it's going to turn into something completely different. But on another hand, this is going to be quite an important stage, because I really like it, because there is the resolution to the problem. Quite a long problem is coming to an end, and I'm so happy. And this is the bottom line. Very beautiful month, actually, when it comes to the end of the problem, because it's about this particular conclusion, which is just going to bring you both solace and healing and really beautiful and satisfactory result. I really like it because it's about an important compromise. So it's what was down to maybe certain misunderstanding, but most certainly it's going to set you on the right track, set you on the right journey. It's going to help you to make an important decision, but most importantly, it's going to bring you such a wonderful inspiration, and that inspiration is going to bring you a mind-blowing idea. So it all boils down to the fact that by the end of this month, at around the end of this month, you're both going to have a mind-blowing idea, and it's going to be brilliant. It's going to be perfect for both of you. Okay, and step in the right direction, most certainly. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to connect with those of you that are single and ready to mingy. My gorgeous Leonis, you know, this is so good, because it is just an important stage, because it is going to be quite a lot about you rediscovering yourself, a lot about you feeling powerless, a lot about you not being able to feel yourself and not being able to be yourself. I think that you have been going through quite a little bit of stress, you know, in the past 9 months. This stress did reflect on you in many different ways, but there was like a little part of you that you've lost along this journey. This part of you that you lost along this journey is pretty much so connected to the powerless situation, when we are very tense, when we are very like not being able to move on, when we are just completely powerless. Now, this is the moment that I'm saying, because you're most certainly going to have an absolutely remarkable opportunity this month, but that opportunity is also going to be so important for you in so many different ways. And when it comes to your emotions, it's going to be absolutely remarkable, because it's going to reflect on you so beautifully, and it's going to also become an important time of liberation. This month, believe me or not, it's going to be the month when you're going to start feeling yourself, when you're going to start feeling your journey, and that feeling is going to also bring the sense of improvement. This sense of improvement is going to bring the sense of worth. The sense of worth is going to bring so much optimism, and this optimism is going to start shining really brightly out of you. This is such an important month, not to meet the person of your life, but it's just such an important month, because there are few people that you're going to meet that are going to be absolutely remarkable part of your spiritual journey, and there are few people that are going to be very, very very important when it comes to later on as well. But on another hand, a few people, you know, there are lots of flirting that is going to happen, and this is something that you're really going to benefit from, because there is so much you're going to learn from this month, my gorgeous Leonis. It's about you going out there, enjoying yourself, flirting with people, you know, and learning throughout this process. There is so much that you're going to learn, so much that you're going to feel, so much that you're going to connect to. This is so important, more than any love of your life or anything like that, because it's about this realization, and it's just like all about you being happy and realizing things. After that moment in time, things are going to start happening really quickly, but it's about you reaching these high levels of certain understanding, which is also on another hand be so beautiful when it comes to you. Very influential time, very beautiful time, which is going to help you with your own confidence, but also it's going to be brilliant when it comes to all sorts of ideas. I'm telling you, there's an important moment that you will be going, an important stage is going to unfold and happen for you, my gorgeous Leonis, this month, and it's going to be remarkable. And believe me or not, a lot is going to happen through your own flirting, because there are going to be quite a few people that are going to be flirting back. Not only this is going to boost your confidence, but it's about the realization, and it's about the ideas that you're going to have, which are about to literally change your life. Okay, my gorgeous Leonis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous Leonis. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Leonis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.